In this video, we are going to add a button at the end of each column. And then we're going to place some text and a nice icon inside each button. So let's go ahead and start with the first column. So you're going to select the column first, and then we're going to click on Add Widgets, and we're going to choose the Site Origin button plugin. Okay, and now we've got our button there. Let's duplicate the button twice and add a button to the second column and another button to the third column. And let's make sure that our buttons are at the end of each column. Okay, so let's edit the first button by clicking on Edit. And now we can add some text to our button. We can add a destination URL if we want the button to take us to a different page. And also we can add an icon if we want. Okay, so let's start with text. So I'm going to write some text there. View our portfolio. Okay, and for now I'm going to leave the destination URL empty, but later on in the project section of this course we are going to add more pages to this website. Okay, and one of those pages is going to be a portfolio page where we're going to present all the websites that we would have built in the project section of this course. So for now I'm going to leave this empty, and then for the icon, let's go for this icon, for example. And now let's click on Done. Okay, and if we update and refresh the page, we can see that we've got our first button there. Okay, so let's go ahead and edit the other two buttons. So let's go to the second button and click on Edit. Okay, so let's add some text there. Request a free quote now. Okay. Again, I'm going to leave the destination URL empty. And for the icon, let's pick up a nice icon for this. Let's choose this one and click on Done. And finally, let's go to the third button and similarly add some text there. Get in touch today. Okay. And this button is going to take us to the contacts page. Okay, which is located in the root directory of our website / and then contact. Okay, and for the icon, let's choose this one, an envelope, and let's click on Done and update. Now let's refresh our page, and we can see our 3 buttons there. Okay, all right, now let's reduce the width of our page and see what happens. So you can already see that the buttons are not fully aligned. Okay. Okay, for the full width, we can see that they are aligned, but once we reduce the width a little bit, then they are not aligned as we would expect. Okay, so we need to do something to make sure that our buttons are aligned. Okay, and obviously when the width is too small, the elements, they are stacked and we have no issues with the design. Okay, all right, so the reason why the buttons are not aligned all the time is because the height of the elements preceding the button inside each column has got a height which will change depending on the width of the page. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to make sure that the height of the elements preceding the buttons inside the columns are all the same. Okay, so it's talking about the icon with this header and paragraph. Okay, so we are going to do this using some CSS. Okay, so let's start with the first one. So we are going to add a selector to these elements by going to attributes, and let's name our class icon container. Okay, let's copy this, Control C, so that we use it with the other elements. Let's click on done. Let's go to the second one and use the same class. Okay, and the third one, and you're going to be using the same class as well. And let's click on done. Okay, now let's click on updates. And now we're going to go to appearance, theme options, and then custom CSS. And now we are going to style our class. So to select the class, we're going to use dots followed by the name of the class. Okay, and then we are going to place our styling inside curly brackets. So we want the height to be, for example, 350 pixels. Okay, let's save this. And now if we refresh our page, okay, so you can see that the height of each of these elements now is 350 pixels. And if we reduce the width of our page, we can see that our buttons are aligned all the time. Okay,